the plate tonight?
She's a really good hitter, first of all, and hitters go in slumps, and then it's just how you manage them. She came in and did a lot of extra work this week. Kind of tweaked something just a little bit in the way she was loading her weight to help her stay a little bit more balanced and gets pitches on time. But so much of it is just you put your head down and go to work, and keep a positive mindset.
I know we talk a lot about the action on the base paths, but how much tonight do you think played a part in how the offense was going?
Huge, because, a lot of those doubles we created by pushing the envelope and getting ourselves to second base. So I love to see that aggressiveness. And what we talked about post-game is, a lot of games are maybe going to present one opportunity for you to do that. And we need to be, creating the habits we created tonight so that we're ready to take that opportunity. And you never know when it's going to change the game.
And so, what does it say about the team's, character whenever they give up 4 runs, but then they can quickly respond and score 4 runs?
Yeah, that was big time because, you got 2 outs and you're thinking, okay, 1 more out and we're done. We go home. And when that shifted like it did, there's a kind of an emotional, oh, man, and you got to change that right away. And I thought they did a really, really good job of that. And I thought Zoe Schuler leading that inning off with that drag bunt really sparked our team and got us going.
First career hit for Zoe and first career hit for McCall. I mean, how cool is that moment for both of them?
Really cool. And I think that's what made Zoe's, so special and really energized our team because, they knew that was her first career hit, but also doing it at a moment like that when, we came in and said, okay, let's put up a core spot and getting us going. Yeah. And I thought McCall had a really nice at bat. I thought, because I think she was looking for something slow, didn't get it, but because she was, had such good timing, she was able to line that base hit into right center.
You touched on the doubles a little bit, but just to create so many opportunities to get to second base, just what does that do to propel the offense a little bit more than when you're only getting to first base? And why do you think so many were able to be created tonight?
Well, when you get to second base, you take out the possibility of double play right away. You also eliminate the force. So it just changes everything. We don't even have to think about, running a runner to second and, sacrificing that person. So it just gives you so many more chances to score and so many more things we can do.
There's been a lot of action at the bottom of the order for offensively, especially like Bella Fall. Last 2 games, she's been in 3 for 4. What have you been seeing from her?
Just really good pitch selection, and that's a big key. And then also, I think we just kind of, got some rhythm back in her swing, kind of freed her up a little bit to create some movement, and I think that's helped her out.
Erin has had some games where early in the games, the opposing team's kind of barreling the ball up, but she's able to dial back in and really take control of the game. What is it about her mindset that kind of makes her be able to do that?
Well, I think she's made the mistakes of doing the opposite, and she's learned from them. And, as long as you learn from your mistakes, you're going to be okay. It's just don't make the same mistake twice. So Erin's got a good head on her shoulders. She's really easy to coach. And when she trusts her stuff and just lets it go, she's good.
How important is it for, your coaches like Megan and Craig when they have one of the players struggling to kind of see your players rely on them and for the coaches to kind of get them back going? How big is that for you?
Oh, I mean, that's why we do this, right? When everything's going great, I mean, there's not a whole lot for us to be doing at that time. It's, when kids are struggling, and that's when they really need you. And it's a big part of that's the relationship you've built with them up to that point. If there's not a trust level already there, you're probably not going to be able to help them a lot. But, our coaches build good relationships with the players and the positions they're coaching. And that has a lot to do with our success.
Meredith has gotten to start at DP back-to-back nights. She's put together some good at-bats. Kind of what have you seen from her the last few nights?
She was doing really good things in practice. And honestly, back to the fall, had been. And the challenge, and I told her this, challenge for me is figuring out where to put you. Because, you weren't the front runner for the DP spot. And she's got some defensive work to do in the offseason. But thank goodness that she just kept working and kept getting better. Because, when Tay and Max struggled, I felt like, Meredith's kind of been waiting in the wings and she's ready to step in and do some good things. The goal is get everybody operating at a high level so that my job is difficult. And then we can really put people in based on matchups and also have some really viable pinch hitters coming off our bench.
Do you anticipate Alana being back for this weekend? Was tonight more of just an abundance of caution, or kind of what's her status?
I do anticipate her being back, yes. And this week was, let's get as much rest as we possibly can. Yes.
What have you kind of seen from your freshmen, when Taelyn, Holley and Elsa Morrison and Meredith has kind of worked through their first season? Where have you seen them kind of grow the most this year?
Just the maturity to stay at it. They're really, really driven. So, I didn't question that part of it, but it's a tough league. And Division I softball is tough, and it takes its toll on you no matter if you're a freshman or a senior. So I think they've learned a lot and grown a lot from the ups and downs they've had.
What did you see from Alana in terms of coaching up Taelyn today? And just I know that after the 5th inning, she came, kind of put her arm around her and gave her a couple words, and then she comes in and hits that double to end it. Just kind of what have you seen from her as a leader?
It's been cool to watch those two because in the beginning, Tay was getting the starts in left field and Alana was coming in late, and Tay would always be the one complimenting Alana. And now Alana's, getting more starts out there, and just to see the selflessness and how they really care about each other. And, they know that they're playing the same position, to a degree. But they also see that if everybody is doing well, it's only going to help us as a team. And as iron forges iron, we forge each other.
Taelyn said that she's able to kind of rely on Ella Dodge, and then, of course, Ella sparks the team after going down 1-0, quick 2-run shot to respond. How would you describe the importance of her leadership tonight?
Ella's definitely one of our leaders, and she's always providing energy on the field. She's always locked in. She's always focused. So that's a great example for the rest of our team. And I know that she has kind of taken Tay under her wings, and that's big for us, because Ella went through some of the same struggles last year.
That's back-to-back nights with double-digit runs on offense. How do you kind of carry that momentum into the rest of league play and into the postseason?
Well, I think the thing I want to see is that we don't change our approach or our mentality regardless of who's on the other side of the field, whether it's SEC, ranked team, unranked team, that we go in there and we play with just an aggressiveness and a relentlessness. And that's what I saw these last 2 nights, and that's what I want to see this weekend.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Seth. Thank you, Coach.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.